Here's the one thing I really wish I knew sooner. And it's that growth doesn't come in one day. And it's to take everything that you know and then forget it. It's weird, right? Let me explain. When I first started playing Katarina, I was so excited to jump in and throw hands, or knives. But my first couple of attempts at playing her ended quickly in frustration. I felt like all my knives were being thrown to tickle the enemy. Every combo kept being interrupted. Almost all the champions in Wild Rift demolished me, no matter what I did. Again and again. And this is Emerald rank. So was I not just cut out to play Katarina? I was banging my head on a brick wall. A lot of champions tie their progression to experience levels and gold. Gold that you can earn by last hitting enemy minions or taking down objectives and enemy champions. And the more you engage with those mechanics, the easier your match will become. Even champions that are considered bad like Teemo can overtake team fights by getting his core items. You can dominate with this champion if you spend a day or 3 playing them. This can be great because focusing on one champion helps you learn how they can wiggle out of a tough spot. But Katarina doesn't let you get away with that. Sure, I could play safe and last hit minions and save up for the items I need, but that wouldn't guarantee a win. Not even close. So, I decided to swallow my pride and start over, on duels this time. I would go back to rank when I had completed my training montage, and I was going to learn the secrets of every enemy and every laning phase and just... They call this easy mode? I realized that I wasn't going to be able to cheese my way through the game. Button mashing wasn't going to get me very far at all. And I had never played a champion with this much combos. So, I had to practice these moves, turn the counters, and be able to react to things in a split second. Or even less than that. This champion wasn't playing around. Katarina is all about knowing when to engage and disengage, not rushing things. Almost all her mechanics is tied to taking risks, to remind me of how bad I am at decision making. And even though this type of champion doesn't usually speak to me in games, this one grabbed me, because there's no simple hack to beating any champion, and spamming one combo is definitely out of the question. Even when I looked up Katarina guides to help me dodge incoming CC, that barely helped me at all. I really had to engage with all the mechanics this character was presenting me with. Katarina's skills and combos isn't something that encourages button mashing, which is different from pretty much any other character I've ever played. Katarina is meant to be learned, studied. You can't brute force your way into team fights with this character. The feeling that one wrong move could mean my defeat makes each fight exciting. It's a sign of a well-balanced skip that really asks you to stay engaged at every second of a match's runtime. And it's rare to find other characters that do this as well as Katarina does. After understanding the flow of combat, even in my defeat, I felt like I knew what I did wrong and I could get up and try again and come one step closer on my next attempt. So, over the course of the next few days, I slowly learned how each combos can be used differently and what each fight was asking of me. I was learning this character's rhythm in real time. With every death came an upgrade. Every loss helped me improve, and I actually stuck with it. Until finally, these enemies went down. And it felt incredible. So, why did this character keep me pushing? What is it about Katarina's gameplay loop that didn't make me want to quit? To put it simply, Katarina to me is a perfect balance of a high risk, high reward champion. And even when I fail, I get better. Because with each death, you get experience that help you upgrade your skills. You're never just failing, you're failing up. The point that I'm trying to make is that to master Katarina, you essentially need to throw aside the mentality you've had up until this point. Instead of pushing through, you now need to learn to quit. Quit playing so aggressively. Quit going on the offensive. Quit trying to kill that Yasuo who kept killing you whenever you got back in your lane. Anyways, turn your passion into patience and harden your determination, but never so much as to make careless mistakes. And as tempting as it is to dive in a teamfight to get a whole team wipe with Katarina, the much more difficult path, patience, is encouraged by pro Katarina mains. And through picking that harder path of letting go, our matches become easier for the first time in the entire game. You know, as silly as this sounds, I'm really freaking proud of myself. Even though this champion is about throwing knives at other characters, it taught me how to stick through things when they're hard. And it also showed me the importance of giving yourself permission to let go and to move on. To quit does not have to mean defeat. Mindfully stepping away is not a failure. I learned that sometimes letting go is the healthiest thing we can do, which is why I'm never grinding to Challenger. F that. And please remember, even when you quit, you are not a failure.